Hey y'all, this is Kim Faulkner, your VBS craft director, and if you are watching this video right now, just lift up a little prayer for me and my VBS craft, because everything I attempt, it seems like, has a major fail. So anyway, it is game on, and literally it is like May 21st, and I'm just not making these videos. So that tells you that my game has not been on. And if you're like I am right now, we are just treading water to keep our heads up and not drown and end of school, but we're going to get through this. All right. Somebody's texting me ideas. I think everybody's in a panic. All right, so we're going to have several smaller, more crafty items than what we've had the last 2 years, given the theme. But they're going to be cute, and the kids are going to have a good time. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started on one of our projects, okay? So this is going to be our baseball wall hanging, door hanging, this sort of thing, okay? So in your room, you're going to have a large, it's really not that large, but you're going to have a circle in your room, and then you're going to have a smaller circle in your room. We're going to work with the larger one, and what they're going to have some plain paper. This is just copy paper, and have the kids practice drawing, tracing their ball onto the paper. Okay, and then they're going to use this as a little template. So now you can see I've drawn the circle on there. For the next step, all you're doing is sort of like an upside. In fact, if they want to turn it to where it's like a frown. See the frown? I don't know if I can do this. I had a little videographer, but she's in school today. So, all right, so there's my other frown. All right, and then from there, we're going to do like little stitches, which are basically like V's that go along the line of the baseball. So once we've done that, we're always going to do it in pencil first, and then on the other stitch they go the opposite way. So more like bird's wings, I suppose. See how they're the opposite way? All right. And depending on how close your frowny face, your lines are, you might not have that much space in the middle. So this is where they're going to want to practice what they're going to write. So I would encourage them to write something from the verse on the baseball. They may just want to write their name and maybe their favorite number. So for the practice one, I'm going to write what I wrote on my big one, which is let the fields be joyful and everything in them. So depending on the ages of the child that you're working with, some of them are probably just going to print it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's so cute to see their own handwriting, but this will be a way for them to practice the spacing of the letters. You may want to write it up on the board or on something, let them see this so they know how to spell words, or let them just write it even if the spelling is wrong. You can choose the verse from the day, a verse from some point in VBS, or a verse that they love. Okay, and this one's from Psalm 96:12. Okay. Once they've done that and you feel like it looks good, then they're going to be ready to do that on their cake ground. So I was going to have them sand this off, but I have sanded and sanded, and it's still white. So go figure. I thought it would go to like the cardstock color if I sanded enough, but it didn't. So once they're happy with their example, then they're going to be ready to do it on their cake ground. First thing they need is write their name on the back. Okay, write their name in the back, and they can write the year. Next thing is you might want to poke a hole. You can use your pen or the scissors ends, and this would be great if you guys could do this as a prep step, but we're going to need something to attach the string. So I'm just literally taking my pencil And I was able to just make a little hole in there, okay? So I'm going to transfer the verse, write it lightly. Maybe joyful could be written a little extra big. Try to get your verse in between the stitches. Psalm 96:12. And if they want to put their little name down here at the bottom, they could, but their name will also be on the back with their number. So once you've written it out in pencil, then you're ready to do it with the Sharpies. So I did the Sharpieing in the stitches in red, and then I did the verse in black. And then you'll have a piece of this pre-cut burlap that you can simply stick, actually I did that with 2 holes, didn't I? So you can do it however you want to. You can do the 2-hole method, or you can just stick it through and then just tie it at the top. Whatever works for you, okay? And then this is a project that should be completed in 1 day. All right, and with the smaller circle, if they wanted to do another one, like that they could put in their room or give to their mom, that's up to you. Or you could do this as a filler for another day if you have some extra time. So you'll have 2 balls. You'll have a larger one and a smaller one. All right, that's 1 day of 5 projects. Stay tuned. Well, actually, it's only 3 projects, but stay tuned for the next video. Bye.